We've been receiving a lot of questions about whether one should invest in a property first or if they should buy a property and live in it. So what would you say to someone who's trying to figure out what strategy is right for them?
Well, it depends on quite a few things, Naomi. I think obviously what one can afford and where one wants to live, the lifestyle one wants to choose. Obviously at the moment you've got government stimuli packages which are bringing first homeowners out of the woodwork because they are very, very generous. However, I think as is the case with each and every person, everybody has a different case. So you're finding today a new word, which is rentvestors. So depending on what their lifestyle choices are, they might not be able to afford to live in a particular area, particularly those that are close to major CBDs, or you're buying something, obviously depending on the threshold, a little bit further out from the CBD. Oddly enough, a study done by the RBA of properties between 1955 and 2014 found that there was very little difference in terms of the cost or indeed the return on investment. So it really depends on a couple of things. I mean, what can one afford? How does one want to live? So you will find, as you will indeed, people who say, I want my children to go to a certain catchment area who can't afford to live in that area. They're very happy to rent in that area, but then to ensure that they're acquiring wealth by investing elsewhere. So today it really depends on where you want to live and what one can afford as to which is the better strategy for you. And everybody's different. But both strategies are good as long as you're acquiring wealth to get into your retirement years later on.
Perfect. And if you were to give 2 points for people trying to figure out what strategy is right for them, what would it be?
Well, I could probably give you 50 points, but I would say number one, have a plan. Know which one you're wanting to do. It takes a long while for property to be sold and bought. Cycles go through different times. You don't want to be caught at a time when you're having to sell or wanting to sell at a time when it's actually a buyer's market, it's not a seller's market. And the second thing is to be patient. These things take time. Whichever strategy one goes for, be patient. Let it rest. It'll come round.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Warren.